So let's call this video, what do we have to call it? Tell me. You said, okay, well, welcome to this page. This is PB Sencherey Creators Hub. Yeah. If it's your first time here, please do well to subscribe, and also make sure you share this with some family and friends. Don't forget to like, comment, and also push to your friends. So this video is how different is China, Russia, and the entire East from the Western countries. How different are these countries in the East? The so-called countries we see to be holier than thou. How are they different from those that we see as warmongers, evildoers in the world, and all that? If this is your first time here, send them kind, just do well to share with some family and friends, and yeah, you can also share your comments here so that we learn. We are here to learn. So I've jotted some points down. I'll be hitting on them one by one as we move on. So now Russia. All right, sure. Russia is having a war. And from the Russian side, because they invaded Ukraine and they created our way. Yeah, just like what America has been doing. America trashed Afghanistan, so don't forget Russia trashed Afghanistan so that they didn't win. America is selling weapons to people to fight, to kill themselves. I didn't know trying to promote peace. How different is the Eastern countries from the West? How different? China is part of the East. So I'm here to list, before I even dive deep into it. Maybe some countries are forming the East, and some countries are forming the West. So which one should I start with? I'll start with the West. The West mostly consists of Europe, like mostly Europe. By the entire Europe, no, majority of them are in the Western Europe. Now, the Eastern Europe, some are even running to the West. They want to be part of the West. It's a block. They want to be part of it. Why? Why are they running? Latvia, Poland, Sweden, adding to the mobile West side. Yeah, so Northern America, you have the United States and Canada. They are all part of the West. Europe, Western Europe and the Northern Europe. Yeah, United Kingdom, France, Germany, Italy, Spain, Portugal, Netherlands, Belgium, Switzerland, Austria, Ireland, Denmark, Norway, Sweden, Finland, Iceland, Luxembourg. They are all parts. The Western and Northern part of Europe, they're all part of the Western bloc. So also about Oceanian countries now, like a country like New Zealand, a country like Australia, they are all part of the West. Though Australia is far somewhere, it's just like an island continent. It's a continent somewhere. So basically that's it. But some other countries being so hard, sometimes they refer to them as the West. Okay, country besides Israel, Greece, Czech Republic, Poland, Hungary. Due to a European Union and NATO, they are sometimes referred to as the West. And also, as those people are referred to them proper West. For West, they mean those people. No? They're called Western Bloc. No? Let me say it that way. USA, UK, France, Germany, Canada, Italy, Japan, Australia, New Zealand. Because Japan is in Asia, they have an alliance with. the West. It's in America said because of NATO, some countries are now part of the West. Yeah, that's it. And then the more, yes, sometimes we consider or call them West, but they are not proper West though. But about that alliance, that block now, they are part of it. And you got Eastern countries now, mostly centered in Asia. Yeah, the Soviet Union or non-Western powers. Soviet Union in Ukraine, and Poland, Ukraine, they were part of the Soviet. Now, Omujaneko West. Why? So commonly, countries are referred to or more as the Eastern countries. No, Oko East Asia, we have China, Japan, South Korea, North Korea, Taiwan, Mongolia. Japan has appeared because they are in Asia, so they are Eastern countries, as in not part of. And yes, a block now, yes, but Akan general a year, they are part of the Eastern countries. When you go to Southeast Asia, Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, Vietnam, Philippines, Singapore, Cambodia, Laos, Myanmar, Brunei. Across Southern Asia, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bhutan, Maldives, Uzbekistan, Afghanistan, Afghanistan for Southern Asia. Across Central Asia, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan, and also Tajikistan. A debut. So the Middle East, that's Middle Asia, Middle East. We all know, baby, Israel shall be no. Israel was outside of it. Yes, yeah. Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Syria, Jordan, Israel, UAE, United Arab Emirates, Qatar, Oman, Yemen, Lebanon. That means the Arabian country, Arabian Peninsula, yeah, you can find them there. And also the Eastern Europe or post-Soviet states, Russia, Belarus, Ukraine, Armenia, Georgia, Moldova, Azerbaijan. Far East. I am East, but because of the camera, yeah. Far East, you see a country like China, Japan, Korea. Those when Chong for no, that's where they are. So the core Eastern Bloc, Russia, core Eastern Bloc, those say Eastern countries now. Russia, Russia is not there, but Russia will be Russia, China, Iran, so that Middle East side of baby, but Iran abahase. North Korea also him, yes, but wabaha. And sometimes those countries now opposing West now, we refer to them as the Eastern bloc. Yeah, they are part of the Eastern bloc. So you just have to understand, say your Eastern bloc, that's the bloc is there, and your Eastern countries and per their jurisdiction, their geographical map, lectures or more, yeah, sanity. So let's come to this. As I was saying earlier, there are a lot of ongoing wars around the world. And mostly we know say Americans, and a propagating tokwa. Or mufuwa tokwa. Look at invading Libya, America, with its ally, the NATO. People like France, the United Kingdom, they were all part of this to make sure say into Gaddafi. They orchestrated it. What I say, we should be say Osama no mokoche America. Okay, say Saddam or Tinikrom, almost a weapon of mass destruction. WMD. And also now Americans, yeah, so yeah, mushing na then ya kunkum nipa invade kura say kro. So ye besim kura mama ye be boa mama ye. All this. How different is the Eastern countries from this? Yeah, baby say India and China. They are all part of this Eastern bloc, and they are all part of BRICS. They are part of BRICS: Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. There are other countries I can't do, but they are part of it. But 2021, not just there, and some time ago, that when you were borders, so a history, and yet now I shall say what Xi Jinping, Emerson, Prime Minister Modi Merso. It has been there. And Tokwa, what's the cause of this in Tokwa? Because of territorial power. Ubia person is supreme, oh, wherever they are. So, Omoko for some time. You get it? So it's not only the West. And America said no. Omoye, share Oko China. They have these people they call Tibet. Yeah. Minorities, minority Muslims. Even now, even Christians, they are pursuing Christians. Their worship is not Christianity. I'm glad they worship a year then, sir. So they see it and no, we don't like this type of thing. They'll come for you. They come for everything that they see, say it's not in their interest. So how different are they from the West? Oh, those minorities now, China, how they are being treated, put in some cells, how they Charlie. And China is trying to forcefully take Taiwan. Said Taiwan is part of it. It's part of its territory. So yeah, it does it. Because everybody is trying to condemn the other, say this is what you do, this is what you do that we don't like. But them no, they don't see it. Every nation has been condemning the West, especially America. So Americans are warmongers, they are this and blah 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 that. We know how the East always propagates stuff. So how then do you also say how then do you also say these people that you say they are propagating war, no, you do things that they do? How? So China now is pursuing Taiwan. They are trying every way possible. It's America that is giving it security. They are trying every way possible. Say, young tunes and Kofuisusa. America they give you more security. Same thing happened in Russia. Russia say America per se omo ebe spy omo, so omo per se omo by Ukraine, and Ukraine there no omo that opportunity no, so ono no ebe two omo so by fighting them, and I say no, he's not going to allow any border state and our neighboring country to be part of a NATO alliance. And nothing or two Mososano. Utu or Mososano. How are you going to tell me, say, Alaska now when a share border? No? Or no, the own team inspire from there. And Alaska belongs to America. Despite some time ago, it belongs to Russia. But Russia fought on my Americans. So it's part of America. And that place, Americans are just making it like a military zone B. So I realize they have their military bases there, and like they do things. The Senegal do like always keep an eye on Russia. So Russians Ninima, that's how things are like there. They know, I know they know. So how then do you say Ukraine, dear, only America share border? There is no basis for whatever they are doing. And because of power until they just want to flex their muscle. So also America na oma name Ukraine nya adamfo a adenti na o start to share Ukraine so no we take almost half of their lands. Oh, conquer for what? You just want the lands for yourself to make sure say yes, so we are supreme or what? Initially, China and Russia has the biggest land size in the world, and now what's that cool? Agents are here for Ukraine, or for what reason? Senya Bonibia, what reason? Also, North Korea and South Korea. I would say North Korea is part of the East and South Korea West because of alliance. I think so. See how North Korea has been threatening the South. For what reason? Is it not the same? These Chinese we see, they are the very people they come here to mine on our lands, Africa. Almost saying so, almost try timbers, they don't plant it back. Recently, some Chinese beer or more mining water bodies they have guns in their possession. Ask me, say, or more China Kumono, oh, how about me? I could tell to Eddie or whatever you want as a foreigner. Go and joke there, they will kill you in the forest. Baby, more mining, and nothing will happen. Almost saying so, no, but the chemicals saying so too good. A coconut. Young who baby or those the accounts they go to know. And now they account for say BB say oh yenya gold ounce we it's Ghana buying gold when you nyai montemo de yempia taxes yenya say we don't know. Movie almost out to see so. Is this different from what the West is doing? You just tell me. Is this different? It's never different. So there are a lot of things going on here in this world, and sometimes we praise the people say they are holy and holier than thou, but it's never true. Their words, just that power na omu enya power emro so power no munya emro so menya power na bro so a they might be doing worse than that. Send America no, they might be doing worse than that. Russia-Ukraine war, Israel-Palestine war, Afghan and Tokwesi war pain, Russia for invade you more pain. Those are in Syria is part of the East because of alliance. The tensions between how do we say it? India and Pakistan, China and Taiwan. All these normal see how things are going on there. And these people, they are dictators. Most of these Eastern countries, North Korea, a dictator. On one of Amokrano, oh, a traitor, you'll be eliminated. China, a dictator. Russia, a dictator. Most of these countries, Iran, a dictator. Most of these countries, key countries, no, they are authoritarian governments, and they limit freedom of speech and sometimes expression. When to be express who anyhow, or by yes, or you who say, Ukata or TCA, who say, won't quiet. Over there, if you say, whatever you go through is on your head. That's how they are there. Totalitarian rule, like you don't see how these people, they don't make things flexible for people. It's pathetic. Say these places are being held. Say yes. Okay, BBC Libya, South style now and it happened with Libya. Libyans were like suffering from this enormous DC because they saw say Gaddafi was a dictator or sure, also blah blah blah. It's when they were fighting against him, some of them even helped. Send a bit to know. We also show this one, no matter what, they might be against you. Iran, Okowa hash laws. First, Iran say what who country no a documentation be and documentaries be pair. You see, say those hijab lifestyle people why it wasn't like that. Nay, free place. But now, because the dictators now also know You, a woman, you don't have any rights for free movement. All that you are being like, it's not easy. Oba so ko protest. Anyway, Oba no maybe okra be ma ya I won't mean yet. So there are a lot of things happening, and corruption and weak institutions. Most of these countries, and nothing as China, China, added some strong warnings, money leaders. So far, Benjamin, I say a high position. Omo betcho say uwia de uwia ban sika and also you corrupt for just some small na you go straight to cells now called prison so now you not even see light. There are some they are being shot and killed. Some you could be. If you don't know, go and search about it. I know say maybe I want to be there. China, Charlie, but there are still corruption going on. But where strong measures are they are putting in place? Shehawa, Russia, Vladimir Putin, Tinubu say, like he's so rich, how he live his life. Casa, Uchi, mansion, baby, or presidential, whatever. He lives like a king. Yes, but he's not a king. So these places, and yet easy. Most of these people in these places are finding it so difficult. Just that some of them will not voice out. Ebi mo so kura person mu dwane ko west. Enu ti na North Korea time bia omo soldiers a omo patrol omo borders. North Korea omo borders no by no. Omo defective dwane ko South Korea. Why? Bebre na person mu dwane, but it's not easy for normal farmer bi and I say citizen be say because ansa na me border no wo ko dem wo. It's omo patrol omo guard border na pum no ma dwane ko South. Recently BSc it's just like that. There are nepotism, lack of accountability near there. There are some countries like that. Who accounted Vladimir Putin said then what else yepon any adi Charlie forget. And most of these countries poverty, and unequal development also. There are places I here for just like Mefa India. I've been to India before, so India, their population wise to Akan, but the way baby underdeveloped. And India, we have three your upper class, lower class, and middle class. Yeah, I asked one friend be with India. He's so rich, super rich, on your lower class. He says, why your friend a caste system? Why do you people practice this? And I say, Patrick, let's stop talking about this. I say, time you who's no manner of feel so embarrassed and shy. I say, someone will cause. It's not easy. I'm giving you an caste system, you can search it. It's not easy. India, Charlie. Mid India, yeah, example. Caste system, you know. Oh, lower class, try now to discuss them. Crown to mean talker. A journey be or crown to mean to be. Because a restaurant you at lower class, oh, to be eddie. 18 hours are street food, but Sabina, those people are the ones that purchase it. A bit what China be paying. And here for yes, this is skyscrapers development cost what China pioneer. And here for the slums. It's like that there. Men can't say West, they be or West. But these people, the way they portray themselves, so we are this, we are that, we stand for this goodness. I say, yeah, it tarnishes us, no. And I'm spelling it out. So child labor and also hard labor. All those places are in India. About 5 months running in Jaka. You can ask anybody. I've been there before. In Jaka. And it's kind of surprising you just papa bill. That's same as China. That's why Apple had to move its company manufacturing hub to China because of low friend is saying payments on the people. You know, in America, or case manufacture iPhone, ebia amount for more year juma pay ube channel $15, $20 a honum no a whole day no crown no $10 work because some more companies now they don't pay them like that. Don't pay them like that. So it's like that there. Cheap labor. It's not easy. And you know, there are this ethnic and religious tensions. Time be Taiba, India near you. Over to India, there's Muslims, Hindus ni if we come baby China, they are going in for Christians, or more bubi or more chibigum, or more North Korea, or religion. Even in Russia, Russians do say now who say Muslim Islam dominating here, just like the West. West, unlike the West, say America who Muslims majority. Even in UK, Sharia law some near dinner coso. Here now who be Iran some year Christian into me quiet. Huh? Who born you? Charlie, it's like that there. Almost discriminating among the themselves, especially towards the minority. Send America and Oko India, more Sikh or more Hindus no doors chum into Muslims. So Samson Ako Pakistan, Francois, Hindus, is our ho. It's Muslims are also the same thing. The same thing. And this place is human rights concerns in Shade New, some women rights. Hey, all right, correct. All right. Obia Shada don't care about you. Lack of protection, lack of a friend is saying political act, a friend is saying detentions or punishment of political activists and journalists. Oh yeah, journalists. So here the OPP Russian to put or journalists be as some voice out. See how they were doing to them, things they were doing to them. Charlie, who are you? What am I? China say China, the media itself is being controlled by the states. Why? Oh boy, environmental problems. There are a lot of air pollution in India. This time, your October, such in the news. India pollution may not mean to Delhi proper, but I was far in a different state, but it's close to Delhi. But pollution to me drew baby we can give so and then the holiday and more be on school. Your mom free for 3 days near you'll be until because of pollution. China, Munya, they don't care. Those places, they don't care about those stars. Environmental problems, they don't care about that. China, deforestation. Yeah, Chinese can come to Africa. So to go there. They don't care. So no esuo ho aden ni ade wo mu akrom ni ade do they care? Natural disaster and the natural thing. So as I was saying, poor infrastructures now here for ni ade crowd and nobody comes for them. No aid, no relief, nothing. So these are the things that matter. So what did you say? As I'm making me boa and no prayer and I say ebia BB touch money. You can comment here, you can argue and discuss it. Thank you for watching. This is PB Sencherey Creators Hub. Please do well to follow me here and make sure to share, comments, like, and let's go together. Thank you very much. This is an education. We can educate ourselves. It's not a fight.